Welcome everyone. Hope you all are doing fine. Now, let us start. The first novel we have. The story is about a man named Fang Shu who has the ability to reset time every time he dies in a dangerous world filled with specters. He becomes known as a prophet whose words become the truth and attracts followers who would obey his every decree. He also demonstrates his ability in 2 specter events and amazes his teammates. The story is titled, Die, Replay, Repeat, with a rating of 68. On to the next novel we have. The article title is, Honey, Why Can't We Get a Divorce? And it receives a rating of 80. The story is about a woman who possesses another woman and kills her husband, but fortunately it happens before she kills him. However, everyone knows she loves the male lead and the main character must get a divorce, but her husband tears up the papers and calls her crazy. The main character wonders why she can't get a divorce. On to the next novel we have. The youngest son of the Count of Cronia becomes a warlock to survive, and the overall rating is 80. On to the next novel we have. The story is about a shut-in who transmigrated into a dark cultivation game and becomes an evil god. He completes dark missions and evil events, and even adopts an orphan to further his goals. The story follows his ambition to become an evil human god despite the persecution of the game system. On to the next novel we have. Title: The Academy's Deceased Ate It All. My rating, 70. Day: The protagonist wishes to fall into a game when they were young. On to the next novel we have. The rich second-generation villain's father is a story about Qing Tian, who becomes a billionaire in a parallel world. However, he discovers that the world is strange when his son is beaten up by a stranger and wants to slap his son. Suddenly, the ultimate villain system is awakened, and Qing Tian receives rewards for successfully educating his son, changing the plot trend, and capturing the female lead. As a father of a villainous rich kid, he must educate his son and deal with the protagonist. On to the next novel we have. The title of the story is Become a Star, and it has a rating of 82. The story is about an actor named Chai Wu-jin who discovers he has lived 999 past lives and follows his journey towards his dreams. On to the next novel we have. The title of the piece is I Am Not the Machine King, and the rating given is 76. The story is set in a world where martial artists can awaken spiritual powers of different attributes. The main character, Lin Yuan, accidentally arrived in this world and awakens a rare mechanical attribute, spiritual power. Lin Yuan feels that the system's understanding of mechanical power is shallow and believes that anything can be mechanical. On to the next novel we have. Superstar from age 0 inches is about a person who has lived many lives and is now born as Lee Seojun. He uses his mystical abilities from past lives to become an idol and superstar, captivating and capturing the hearts of people. The story is centered around his memories and is like a fairy tale. The rating for the book is 84. On to the next novel we have. The story is about a Taoist named Jing Yuan who died centuries ago and comes back to life in a world that has transformed greatly. He notices that his former companions are long gone and only a fraction of their cultivation legacies remain. Despite this, he is surprised to find that his legend still exists in the current cultivation world. On to the next novel we have. The Legendary Ghost Hunter is a story about Finn Thresher, a university student who loses his family and sight to paranormal creatures during the second expungement. He abandons his beliefs and morals to fight back with the power of Angelicas, pushing the ghosts back and securing a victory for the humans. The third and final round of this war is approaching, and it's personal for Finn. The story received a rating of 68. On to the next novel we have. The book titled Master of the System has a rating of 74. The description explains that while many books have systems that make characters overpowered, this book explores who creates those systems. On to the next novel we have. The story is called Mob Without System in Naruto World and has a rating of 60. The protagonist questions why they don't have a cheat system and why they are just a mob character. The story updates on Monday, Wednesday and Saturday evenings. The cover art was done by Kawaichi. On to the next novel, we have. The protagonist of Reincarnated as a Wolf with Cheats is a man who was blamed for crimes he didn't commit and sentenced to death. He is born again in a world filled with magic, but his past follows him and he is forced to bear the responsibilities for his past actions. However, he sees this as an opportunity to become a powerful predator and sets out on an adventure to do so. The reviewer gave the book a rating of 68. On to the next novel, we have. The title of the book is Reincarnation Paradise, and the reader gave it a rating of 92. The story follows a young man named Su Xiao who seeks revenge for his family's death. As he is dying, he is given the opportunity to be reincarnated and becomes a hunter. He travels through different worlds, including One Piece, Tokyo Ghoul, Naruto, and more, completing dangerous missions and leveling up. On to the next novel, we have. Lu Wu, a video game developer who discovers he is a direct descendant of a king from the underworld, creates a battle game server with the help of a mysterious friend and transports gamers from the real world to the underworld using virtual reality. With the help of these gamers, Lu Wu attempts to reclaim his inherited territory. On to the next novel, we have. The title of the subject is Doggone Academy, with a personal rating of 68, and the description mentions a childhood friend attending the academy. On to the next novel, we have. The title of the story is Reincarnated as a Dragon's Egg, and the writer gave it a rating of 50. The story follows a character who wakes up in a fantasy world where they have the ability to gauge their enemies' strengths and abilities. The character's goal is to hunt monsters and gain titles to level up and evolve into a greater dragon. The character receives a mysterious message to become the strongest. That's the end of this video. I will see you soon in the next video. Happy reading.